over the
Y-axis.
y-axis. Think about a parabola.
That's what I meant.
It reflects over the y-axis.
That's what I said.
Think about absolute value. It reflects over the y-axis. Think about 1 over x squared. It reflects over the y-axis. So even functions reflect over the y-axis. Reflect over the y-axis. The other really important point, no pun intended, is about the coordinates. The coordinates are as follows. If I have the point 2, 3, then I also have negative 2, 3. If I have the point 1, 1, I have negative 1, 1. The y values stay the same when I flip the x value. Yeah, that is the definition of symmetrical. So y values are the same, and I'll move aside in 1 second, when x values are opposite. Y values are the same when the x values are opposite. Now, odd is a little bit trickier. Odd reflects over the x and y axis. If you think about this function right here, it takes this piece, it flips it over here, and then it flips it down. It reflects over the y and the x, or x and the y, doesn't matter. It reflects over both the x and the y axis. So, if I have the point 2, 3, I will have negative 2, negative 3. The reflection affects both x and y coordinate. So I might write that y values are opposite when x values are opposite. And neither is anything that is not in these two categories. Most functions are neither. Some are here. Questions? Now, let me generalize slightly, and this will be helpful a little later in the class. To generalize slightly, even functions are those where f of x equals f of negative x. So when I plug in 3, I get the same thing as when I plug in negative 3. When I plug in 1, I get the same thing as when I plug in negative 1. When I plug in 10, I get the same thing as when I plug in negative 10. This is crucial to know. For odd functions, f of x, when I plug in 3, I get the opposite as when I plug in negative 3. So negative f of negative x. When I plug in 3 and I plug in negative 3, I get the opposite. Hence, the reflection is over the x-axis and the y-axis. The reflection is only over the y-axis. Remember the negative signs. This is a horizontal transformation, reflection over the y-axis. Both of these have this. They both reflect over the y-axis. This right here is a vertical transformation, a reflection over the x-axis. Only odd functions have that. Even do not. Even does not reflect down here. Only this way. Question? Doing really well with time. I want to do 3 things, and then literally we'll be done. So you all have this sheet.